spot.
Ballo down to the box. They got to hurry. Galloway catch and shoot. Just barely nicks the rim, but it's stuck back in by a hand early. Underneath, Renew. Nice bangs into Stewart. Layup, no. Cleans up his own.
I ain't mad at you, Makai Mason. I know you'll take it, baby. Maybe you'll get him going. It even surprise you, know you like, whoa.
Miles Rice has the answer for the Hoosiers.
All right.
To attack Ballo and use that left with a little body search.
I should correct myself. Danny Wolf, only guy in the conference averaging a double-double. That is Ballo.
Side of the rim. Gorgeous. And zone again. Makes you pry a little bit. Got a little floater.
So after Indiana tied the game, 4 straight from Michigan. IU nearly coughs it up. Goody gets it back. This is Mbako into the paint. The floater. 2-point game.
Indiana has to start doing something with their half-court offense, because right now it's non-existent.
They've missed 10 in a row.
Maryland shows zone, then goes man-to-man.
Rice finally ends
that time. Got to get back, and you got to locate these guys. I think they need a timeout.
Some boos from the fans here at Assembly Hall. It's an 11-3 run for Maryland. And they can't get Goody in the game. There's been no stoppages. He continues to sit at the scorer's table.
Baco's been about their best guy. Ballo was good in the first half, but not here.
And Baco spinning, putting up a shot, and his hot hand continues. He's had the hot hand this half.
I mean, the 3 guards have really put a hurting on Indiana today. Now, he's gotten involved in this thing. The first half didn't do much. Been pretty good here in the second half.
13 points for Miguel.
And here, Indiana standing around a little bit. You got it. This is like a matchup, Dan, switching man to man. Good job there.
And Ballo the finish.
Gillespie could see him. He was out on the wing, and he rotated down to the corner to get within his vision. Really good job moving without the ball by Rice.
The 9th Maryland three-pointer today. Rice answers.
You say about getting over the hump. Got to get a stop there. Almost did. He makes a heck of a shot.
16 points, 9 assists for Jacoby Gillespie. And the answer on the other end for the...
Again, finding the open area, gets his own, runs along the baseline. And, you know, I wonder how surprised Kevin Willard is to see zone in this game, because Indiana hasn't done it all year, but they look pretty ready on that possession.
Rodney Rice has 20 points. 3rd time this year he's crossed the 20-point line. Renew. Good fake and finish. Andrew Catalon, we've got a 3-point game with 3:35 on the clock. Indiana has made 12 of its last 14 shots.
You got to play against this as if they're playing you man-to-man. Set screens, get some movement going like that.
Renew, shot clock at 4. Renew with the left-hand finish.
Shot it a lot more comfortably. The rotation on the basketball is tremendous. And credit assistant coach Calvert Chaney, who knows something about scoring, the all-time leading scorer in Big Ten history.
Two-time All-American, more than 2,600 points. And if he says, hey, let's work, you're not going to say no.
A little 2-3 zone here. That ball's got to get to the middle of the floor.
In the corner, Carlisle lets it fly, and Indiana has made this.
As we said earlier, I'd like to see them continue to attack off the bounce and use their speed to get into the lane to create offense for themselves and their teammates. That middle ball screen, Ballo's good too.
Shot clock is under 10 for Carlisle. Leo the bounce, there it is, to Ballo.
The guys on this Iowa team that can create his own offense off the dribble. Really nice pull-up Jay by Thelwell. Iowa back in that 2-3 zone. That ball's going to get to the middle of the floor off the pass or off the dribble.
Indiana 6 of its last 6 from the field. There's Carlisle. Pretty basketball for Indiana.
with Iowa in this zone, that basketball's got to touch that free throw line area. They'll have one guy to be able to defend there, and he's got to put it on the deck, and Ballo should be able to duck in on the backside of it. But so far, that basketball's just moving around the perimeter. That is not a recipe for success for Indiana.
Under a minute to play. Hoosiers haven't scored in nearly 5.5 minutes, and finally ends with Rice. Quickly off the dribble.
The in and out dribble and the burst by Hardy. That's pretty.
I'm going to get a 2 for 1, too. And Leal and Harding tangled.
UFC.
We play on. Shot clock at 8. Here's Goody off the screen. Big shot there for Luke Goody.
His ability to be able to space the floor and get opportunities like this.
There's a block there. That was Dixon. Ballo stuck with it and scored. Estelle knocks down a pair.
Remember, they lost a ball hawk in Tony Perkins, Iowa did, and you wonder who would be able to replace that type of defensive effort. He's not, they're not the same, but Thelwell is an awfully good replacement.
And this is loose. Harding, though, couldn't run it down. Rice does.
Got numbers.
Those beat Ballo underneath, and a little 4-point swing right there.
Over the number of times that they have.
Yeah, that was, to me, the storyline tonight. Iowa, great three-point shooting team, but would Indiana counter that by dominating the glass? A shot there, but there's Mbako with the rebound.
And the three-game change when Iowa went to that 2-3 zone. The Hoosiers have had no consistent response to it in this time. Talk about a fun watch. Yakachionis, man.
Awesome. Awesome player.
Made for TV.
I wonder for that Illinois-Indiana game. Will Malik Renew be ready? Will Yakachionis be ready?
Yeah.
2 important players. For that game at Bloomington on Tuesday. Left hand off the glass and in.
Been tonight for Iowa, and they've been locked in on every detail of their defense.
Patton pulls up and knocks down.
The severely sprained right ankle, if I remember correctly, and he still went off for about 30 in that game to win the game. Talk about a tough-minded guy.
Now, years later, remember Isaiah, he got cut again, and Karl Malone got a pretty good body.
Interesting.
Bryce Sanford knocks it down. Off the glass and in.
There, but that 2-3 zone took all of that away.
Harding for 3, no. 7 bronze, and Carter Kingsbury check in here late for the Hawkeyes. Indiana will host Illinois on Tuesday, and again, the Hawkeyes leave for the West Coast tomorrow.
Bold, but you can't tell me that's a basketball play.
No way. But they play on with 6 minutes to play in this first half. Rutgers had built up the lead with Bailey finding his inferno in this first half. But Indiana's battled back. Leal with a defense asleep. Looked like he could have gone up. Instead, it's Carlisle for 3. With Acuff earlier. 21.7 points per game at Eastern Michigan. Last year's 8th in Division I. Led the pack. He find a little bit of a throwback. He needs someone else to provide some offense outside of Ace Bailey. Rice nearly carried the basketball, and it doesn't matter. He just drilled
The wind out of your sails if you're Rutgers.
You're already without your leading scorer and playmaker and Harper, 23 points per game. Bailey has given you everything that he can, 27. Just those open opportunities at the free throw line coming back to haunt him. Rice hit a big 3 a moment ago. This time it's Goody.
And he is his turn. Indiana's going to come over and help a bunch. You throw it ahead, you can drive that seam.
7-point boost coming from Acuff in this game. Galloway left alone momentarily. Bounce it. Goody on the other side. Throws it.
Winthrop game. Winthrop was looking for everything in that paint. With Ballo there, it just gives another layer of defense you've got to worry about.
Approaching 4 to play. Rice. Leave it. Galloway's 3. Is there?
But if you're Indiana, Trey Bonham has 9 to start for Chattanooga.
Well, the ball movement has been spectacular for the Mocs early on. Indiana not putting a lot of pressure on the passing. Mott's able to go anywhere they want right now.
Nice pass from Ballo. It was Mbako for 8 from long range. In the corner, Mbako trying to get some back. Goody's in position to clean it up. Time to get the second chance score. It comes from Sean Cusano.
Yeah, and Malik Renew is over here next to us, 40 feet away from the bucket, not being engaged on the defensive glass. That can't happen if you're Indiana.
Well, you're very friendly. Maybe that's why he was over here to say hello.
I don't know about all that.
Who kicks it out? There's a 3. It's Goody from the corner.
For the game. But then you'll see him, he'll miss 2 free throws like that. Not characteristic.
It was Goody who was able to tip it back out, and Carlisle scooped up the offensive rebound. Renew's had 5 straight games in double figures, only 2 points so far.
Tucker's taking this.
Against Kostool, he goes to the basket and lays it down.
Yeah, just too big.
I think Trey Galloway's knee 3 days, 3 games. It's holding up strong in there. Mbako. Got Renew in that playmaking spot right there in the middle of the floor. Kicks it back out. Galloway 3. Executed. Renew in the middle. Ballo on the baseline.
Assembly Hall, we're getting to watch hoops. What could be better? And the players need a pin through too. UNCG will go to this 3-2 zone. Indiana going to have to be sharp here. Move that thing from side to side and find the middle of the zone.
UNCG in that zone and shooting through it. Miles Rice.
State is Luke Goody. Luke Goody known as a shooter, but he certainly can be a good rebounder as well with his size. Galloway. Bring it up.
Go on this end.
2 preseason games before he did it for real. So we've seen Indiana a little bit. Their best player right now is who?
That's a good question. I mean, Ballo's the highest ranked transfer, I think you could say. I think Mbako would have a case. I think Renew would have a case. But that's